Welcome to another video of Nu-Trix the Synth Guy. Today I'm talking about the TR-8S in sync with the Volca Beats. It's actually an answer to a subscriber who asked how to do it, because I did a video about doing it with the TR-8 and the Volca Beats, but then it was through using MIDI sync only. I did a video with the SH01, but it's a different beast because it is a synthesizer with a sequencer in it. Now the Volca Beats has a little bit of a different way to do it. So let's actually check it, and because it actually works, it's possible to do it. Now the one thing you need to understand though is that when using only trigger, so the output at the back of the TR-8S used as trigger to trigger the Volca Beats, you have no information about start, stop, or where you are in the song. The only thing you have is a continuous sync saying play, 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 play. And that is one of the reasons it might sound bizarre if you stop your sequence and then start right away. It will sound weird because the Volca Beats does not know that you went back to the beginning of the beat and you're starting again. So it will stay at the last position where it stopped, and if you send it again trigger information or gate, whatever you want to call it, electrical information to say play, it will play the next step. It will not go back to the beginning and say, oh, I need to go back to the start of the beat. It will not. There's no information about that. So this means that every time you stop one of the device, the master device, the TR-8S, and you want the sync to go back to normal, if you want to start it again, you need to stop the Volca Beat and play it again. It will be in stop mode, waiting. It's going to be in slave mode, waiting for the input to come in, and then when you press play, the two will be in sync. So let's do it together. You'll see. So it's simple. If you, let's say I'm going to take out the sync. That's my sequence that I have in the Volca Beats. Okay. Get that with the tempo. Okay, so I'll let it like that. If I put in a cable and the sync in, it will automatically stop, because now it senses there's a cable. It waits for the signal to say play, 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 play. Now, everything else is going to be happening in the Roland TR-8S, and mostly in that little window here. So you take whatever you want. Let's say in this case I have this one, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to move this a little bit on the side. In this case I've got the HT, which is assigned to being a sequence. Okay, but that I don't want to hear that sound. So I'm going to press Shift, go Kit, and in the Kit, I'm looking for. What am I looking for? I'm looking for outputs, and outputs HT, which is that assignable track. It's assigned to 6. Okay, so it's going to be assigned. If I want to assign it to 6, I press Enter and I change this until I get to the one I want. So I said I want to assign it to 6. So 6 is assignable, and it's the cable at the back. I connected the back of the 6 into the sync input of the Korg Volca. Now I'm going to go into Utility, and I'm going to look for something about the volume of the output. Where is that? Here you go. Mix out, there's a mode boost. Assignable 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want it to be normal. And that's all I need to do right now. Because if I press play now, this is not good. And this goes by the logic that if I press play now, what I have, I'm going to move a little bit outside of the screen so you see what I'm doing. If I press play on that one here, it's not on time. If I take out the sync and I play, so that's the sound of the TR-8S. Okay, and this one is, we'll go faster. Okay, so when I put it in, I want them to be in sync, so I'm gonna have to press stop, play, just, you know, a couple of times just to be sure that it's stopped. And if I press, anytime I press play, it goes back to the beginning of the sequence. Now it's ready to play in sync, because when I'm going to press play on this one, it's going to start from the beginning of the pattern. And it's sync. And I only put trigger on every 2 notes. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. If I press on every 2 one, I've got a double of the speed. If I put one every 3, I create. They can be really cool though. I'm going to stop, play, then again. This is bizarre. Not so good with drums, but it can be really cool with synths, because it can create a new pattern of sequence. So what I do every time I stop, I need to go back. I'm going to show you where. I need to go back and stop this and press play again. And then when I go back here and I press play on the other side, totally here, they're in sync. Okay, so that's it. I had to go into Shift Kit and say that the output of the sound I was using, in my case, was the HT, the high tom. Where is it? As assigned to 6, the output I'm actually using to connect this. And in utility, I had to go into the sound volume, because it was at boosted, and I want it to be just normal. So this right away works, and it's simple, efficient, and that's it. Works. Stop, and then every time you play again, you need to press stop and play it again to be sure it's at the beginning, because the only way to say we're starting from the beginning, and then when you press the other one, it's in sync. That's it. That's how you sync a TR-8S with the Volca Beats. And at the same time, it's the same logic you can use for a lot of other Volcas, because they use the same analog syncing system. So you could use this with another Volca device also. So if you like what I'm doing, thumb up, subscribe, activate the little bell to get the notification when I release new stuff, and share it with your friends, or share it with other people who have a TR-8S and a Volca and don't know how to use it. Just share it so that they can get the information and play with that. That's it. Cheers, guys.